Alright, hi piano players. Welcome to week 3 of virtual music class. We're going to be working on the song Hound Dog by Big Mama Thornton, but really made famous by Elvis Presley. So we're going to start by taking a look at the chords, and then we'll see how it all fits together in the song. Okay, so let's start just kind of reviewing our layout here. So remember our geographical setup on a piano is finding groups of 2, groups of 3, group of 2, group of 3. And you see that pattern repeats, right? 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Because the notes repeat after you get done with each section here, okay? So we're going to start with the 2 chords that we had last time, okay? I'm going to put up the little chord cheat sheet we have right now. Okay, so for the D chord, we'll start with that one. The number 1, remember, represents our thumb because we use all 5 fingers on piano. We put the number 1 between the first 2 black keys. The number 3 is our middle finger. That goes on the first of the group of 3. And then our pinky goes on the note A, which is in between the top 2 notes in the group of 3. So now let's put it on a piano. We have our thumb here, our middle finger here, and our pinky here. Okay, that's the chord D. D, F sharp, A, D chord, named for the bottom note. All right, so let's take a look at the G chord. Here's the cheat sheet again. Okay, so we're going to start with a group of 3. Thumb goes in between the bottom 2 in the group of 3. Middle goes on the white key right next to the top black key in the group of 3. And now our pinky is going to the note G, which is in between the next group of 2 blacks. All right, so let's switch back and put it together now. So our thumb in between the bottom 2, middle finger up above the top in the group of 3, and then our pinky in between those 2. Okay, so that's the G, B, D, called the G chord for the bottom note. Okay, so to review, we have D chord, and then we hop for the G chord. Those were the 2 you had born in the USA, so you're already pretty good at that. Okay, so you've been noticing the name of the chord is the bottom note. This week we're going to play something different. It's called an inversion. Inversion. Okay, because we are going to invert the chord. You don't have to worry about all the theory stuff, but here's why we say it. Let's take a look at the chord diagram. Okay, this is the chord A7. Okay, so we're going to put our pointer finger, I'm sorry, not our pointer finger, our thumb in between the 2 black keys on the bottom. That's the note G, same as the G chord. Oh. But we're going to call it A7 even though our thumb is on the G chord. That's what makes it an inversion. That's what makes it different. Our middle finger is now going to go on the note C sharp. It's the bottom black key in a group of 2 black keys. And then our pinky goes on the note above the other black key in a group of 2. All right, so let's set it up on the piano. Thumb in between the bottom 2 in a group of 3. That's the note G. Middle finger goes on the C sharp. That's the bottom black key of the group of 2. Then our pinky, pinky goes on the note above the other black key in that group of 2 on an E. Okay, so it sounds a little bit different. And that's what an inversion is. We're just kind of taking them in a little bit different order. All right, so the 3 chords we need for this song, we have D, we have G, then we have A7 in the inversion. Okay, so let's talk about switching between chords. We know D chord. We're already pretty comfy with that one. Let's switch it to the G chord. We just hop them all up. Okay, and it helps if you keep your hand in the same shape And don't let them get all spidery in between. Okay? Because really it's pointer, your thumb, middle, pinky, thumb, middle, pinky. So if you keep your hand in the same relaxed, rounded shape, you'll be able to switch between them nice and quick. All right? Now, to go from G to A7, notice your thumb is going to stay in the same exact spot. Okay, so thumb stays here, middle finger goes up, pinky goes next door. One more time, this is G to A7. Try to find the right angle here for you. Thumb. Oh, drop the phone. There we go. All right. Thumb goes right here. Middle goes up. Pinky goes next door. That's A7. Okay. The other switch you're going to have to practice a couple times is going from D to A7. D to A7. One more time. D to A7. Okay. That one's just going to take some hopping practice. And the more comfortable you get finding that A7 chord, the easier it'll be for you right there. So the next thing we want to take care of is kind of understand what is happening in the song. So that's called the form. And that really makes it easy once you understand what's going on. All right, so what you want to do is you want to take a look at the lead sheet. So either print one out for yourself, look at it on your phone, or look at the screen right now. And you'll see the three chords that we just talked about, D chord, G chord, A7 chord. And then we also have up top the words and the chord symbols, okay? So do me a favor and count up how many chord symbols you see. How many big, bold, capital letters are in verse 1? Okay, so you should have 12, okay, which makes sense because this is a famous form called the 12-bar blues. What makes a 12-bar blues is how many times you repeat each chord. Okay, so look at the top line. It's 4 D chords in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next line you have G, G, and then back to the first chord, D, D. And then the third line of the song, you have A7, G, and then D twice. All right, so that's the order that the chords go in. But now just kind of take your eyes up a little bit more and look at chord rhythm, okay? This is going to be what we do to add a little bit more rhythm into it instead of it just being clunking out the chords like we did in Born in the USA. Okay, so what does that look like? Well, let's switch camera views again so you can see up close what to do. So in the same way that the guitar player in a band can do the strumming to add some rhythm, the piano player in a rock band can do repeated notes to add rhythm, okay? Well, essentially what the guitar player is doing too, except what we do is just push our fingers back down. Okay, so it's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so we're going to play 4 times for each chord in the song. So remember, the D chord at the beginning, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be for 1. How many D chords do we have in the first line? We have D, and then D, and then D, and then D. Okay, so 4 times 4, we're going to do 16 times. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Second group of 4, 3, 4. Third group of 4. Fourth group of 4. And then what's next? We have G's. We're going to take our hands up. And we do 2 groups of 4 on this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another. And then we go back to D for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the third line is going to be the trickiest for switching. We go up to our A7 chord. We do that one 4 times. We'll go to our G chord for 4 times. And then our D chord for 4 times. And then one more time. Okay, so D for 16, G for 8, D for 8, A7 for 4, G for 4, D for 8. Do you have to remember all of that off the top of your head? No. Just got to follow the lead sheet. Okay? All right, so put it all together time. We're going to try it once slow, with you kind of following along here, checking your chord charts to make sure you have your fingers in the right spot. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Second group of 4. Third group of 4. Fourth group of 4. Switch to the G. 1. Second group of 4. And then back. Second group of 4. Third line. A7 for 4. G for 4. And then D for 8. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey everybody, that's going to cover it for the piano practice video. Just practice that last time we ran through it a couple times and you get the hang of it pretty quick. Make sure you use the reference recording to practice. Listen to instruction videos to how that works. And let me know if you have any questions throughout the week. I think you're going to do a great job with this one just like you did last week. Good luck, have fun, and have a good week.